So in this video, I want to talk to you about patterns. Welcome to my channel, A Pocket and a Bow. And in this video, we are going to talk about patterns. Now, for some people, it's important that they use patterns to start because it makes their lives easier. However, if you are using patterns, you need to ensure that you have the correct measurement on the patterns. So in this case, I have this pattern. And I also have this one. They are both from the same company, Butterick. And what I've noticed, when you're going to use the pattern, they will tell you the different sizes. They give you the different sizes at the top, the waist, the hip, the waist and the hip measurement and the length of the dress or the skirt. And at the front, it tells you exactly the size of this particular pattern. So in this case, you have sizes 8, 10, 12, and 14. Now, the reason I mentioned that you have to be careful when you're using your patterns is if you do your measurement, you have to ensure that your measurements are the same as the pattern that you're using. And for that reason, instead of using a pattern, in most cases, I make my own pattern. So once I make my pattern, then I know that it will be my measurement. I give you an example. If your bust is, let's say we're making a skirt, as we are in this case, and the bust, sorry, not the bust, but the waist is 30, the hip is 42. And you are using this measurement. On the back, when you look at the information there, and I'll show you this one while I'll read from this one because it's the same measurement. A 30 waist on this measurement is a size 16. However, a 42 hip is a size 18. So you have to bear that in mind when you're going to be cutting the pattern, as you would then have issues if you were to use a size 16, because a size 16 hip is 40 inches. So you would be short 2 inches on the hip. Because of that reason, I usually make my own, and I will do a video as to how I make my own patterns. But these are good patterns that I use for ideas. And for example, I love this skirt, so this is the ones that I would make. In this one, I would make the skirt, this one, and they are also labeled. So I would make skirt D, and I would make the jacket. That's what I would want from this pattern. But again, because of the sizes and the fact that the sizes are not aligned, or they're different on the patterns, then I would just use the pattern as a sample, a style, just to get the style. Here is another pattern with a very nice skirt. I like this skirt here, which is D. And again, it is the same problem where the measurements are different for the waist and the bust. I remember doing a measurement for a friend, and her waist is 32. So if I use her measurement, her waist is 32 and her hip is 40. Then if I were to use a pattern like this, 32 is size 10. A 32 waist is size 18, but a 40 hip is size 16. So you see the challenges that we would face if we were to go just directly to the pattern and use the pattern as is. So ensure that you look at the pattern properly, but it can help you to determine the type of material to use and also what else you would need, such as zippers or buttons or hook and eye, or elastic. It does tell you all of that information, so you can get all of that information from using your pattern. As usual, we encourage you to share, like, and subscribe, and leave your comments for us. Bye.